Again, if you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe for more content that's gonna be coming your way as we dive into this FBA. You feel me? I said it's wild, right? Because it's a lot of people, it's some people that don't like the movement. I can understand, I can understand. It's a lot of things that we do that as black people that other people are not going to like. And they're always going to, they're going to point out certain things. They're going to try to say, oh, they're being led by this person and this person did this. No, I don't think it's being led by anything. This is like one of the things that they try to throw out there and try to throw us off from doing what we're doing as a people. When we come together as a people, they start trying to point out all kind of wrong things that they feel like is going on in order to try to stop us from being and doing what we do because we so powerful. So now, the whole world is commenting on this thing. The whole world. It's not just us. It's us because the things we've been through and who we are. You feel me? I don't like I can hear other people saying, okay, yeah, well, they're being led by Tariq Rashad and all that. I'm like, I never watched Tariq Rashad videos. Like, I've never watched one. You feel me? Everybody I didn't watch, I said, dang, I ain't seen too many people mention him. This is a thing, what's up with it, Awoken One? This is a thing that's being led by a people that was oppressed and went through a lot of things. You feel me? And now they're speaking up for themselves. And once we as black people come together and start speaking up for ourselves, man, the world does not like it. But the whole world, Tariq Rashad, the whole world is actually paying attention. This is what's crazy, right? Damn, anything we do, bro, the whole world start paying attention. If you notice it, it's hella crazy. You feel me? It's like they wanna take away from our struggles. You feel me? And I think that's not cool. And like I said, this is me diving into this FBA. I'm just getting into it. So I'm watching it and I'm going, I like what I'm hearing because I'm not watching people go, hey, we hate y'all, we don't like y'all. And no, I'm hearing people saying, hey, y'all used us. Hey, y'all talk about us. Hey, y'all do this to us. And people don't like it, bro. People don't like it. But we gonna get into the video, and I'm gonna let the video speak for itself. As I'm just the messenger. All right, I'm just the messenger, and I ain't gonna lie. I love what I'm seeing. Despite what anybody say, you can say and feel how you want about it. I like what I'm seeing. When I see my people come together and start pushing the movement, I don't look at nobody. I don't look at this movement right here. I'm not pointing out. I don't see no leader in control. I see a people that's standing up and they have control of their selves now, and everybody is pissed off because they've been talking all this shit. Oh, they're gangs. Oh, and they're this, they're out doing this, and they be robbing people, and they saying all that shit. Then when we come together as a people and we start doing some real shit, they want to tear it down every time, bro. I'm telling you, this movement, whether you like it or not, bro, just pay attention and watch. Don't try to tear down what's going on. Let it happen. Let's see where this goes. Because now people are actually starting to listen to us. Something they never did. Something they never did. Us getting pulled over by the police for nothing. Us getting shot in the streets for nothing. You feel me? Now people are paying attention to what we saying. It's like, oh, yeah, let's sit back and let this shit happen, bro. And you feel me? And I'm going to tell you, you ain't got to be a part of it. I'm going to be a part of it. You feel me? I'm here. I've been here my whole life. This is, I'm gonna be a part of it. I'm gonna be sharing it because I want to see where this goes, and I hope it's something like I said that brings us together and make us better look at ourselves and be able to better help ourselves out because we always been helping these other people out. We've been helping other races, other countries, and it's like we never sat back and watched ourselves and said, man, let's build ourselves up. Let's worry about us. Why we always worried about everybody else? Because when we help them, they don't help us. You don't see nobody come to our aid. Nobody was there when all these things was happening to us, but us. So, with that being said, let's just go on and get into the video.
Oh my gosh, gonna be a little messy, but we need to let you African cousins know. And I'm gonna say that because I'm nice. Y'all be like, they not our cousin. But the delineation is because y'all don't understand who we are, or you do and you refuse to respect it. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to this podcast vlogger, one of my little bestie friends on here on TikTok. She got it, and I went ahead and colonized. Wonder where I learned that from. Anyway,
Got
we're
more
gonna
sugar in
listen
this
how
tank
a
than my
black
coffee.
queen, how you doing, reads an African sister, hey, 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 and tell her, because the African sister was being fresh, pretty much saying that we're doing better than you in your country. So how do you like that? The black sister was like, have several seats, and proceeded to read her rights. Here you go.
I want to ask specifically, Kat, how do you feel about the statistic that shows that black immigrants move to America?
Statistic. Y'all are giving subsidies and things when y'all come in this country, and y'all still don't outdo us. And you do not outperform, and you do not do better than us. Black women carry 64.1% of all master's degrees or above. That means doctorates and juris doctorates. Second thing is that we carry 75.1% of all bachelor's degrees. Third thing is that our credit is good. 300,000 black women lost their jobs. But you come in and you check my box and you use my U.S. Department of Education funds. You can never do better than me because I am the plug. Now, if you had brought your own money with you, and that's not me saying that anybody in Africa, everybody in Africa is poor. There are poor people all over the world. But you fight and you run over to the United States like your draw's on fire to get over here with us. And then you check the black box until you get what you need. See, people are under the impression that we get so many resources, but black women carry too much education in order for that to be true. Y'all come in my house. You stand on my people, you stand on my land with my blood, sweat, and tears. You wear my shoes, sit in my house, get my housing, get food stamps. You are eligible for benefits that I'm not. And let me tell you this, because my basis of claim will say it. And the person that is my star witness when it comes to finances, that's been on Wall Street for 40 years as a financial analyst and a financial guru, he talks about how they push our things to the side and give it to you. So at the end of the day, they will steal my business plan. They'll tell me no. They'll steal my business plan and give it to you, and still you can't outperform me. Because if you were outperforming me, then you'd be outperforming me from your house and with your money. You explain to me how you left one country and you got 53 countries that you didn't want to go to, and your economy is not stabilized. You tell me why your HIV rate is so high. You tell me why you don't take the education that you borrow from me and go home and make your home a better place. But you will stand in this space and cosplay me and lay down like a sleeper cell, and you put your people in place, and that's on us because we thought that we were the same. But you will lay like a sleeper cell and then turn around and turn out and then bite us like the dogs you are. So instead of standing with us, aligning yourself with us, and standing next to us and saying they did this, you turned around and you want to take that place and you want to be in the white folks' good graces. We have always walked with you. We have always handheld you. We have always told you who Miss Mary was. We have always told you which families to stay away from. We have always told you what's good for you. We've always given you everything. And the first chance you get, you turn around and you take a hot steam and dump on us. But why you didn't take the education that you stole from me and go home and make your country better? 54 countries and not one of them have a stabilized community. Hold on. So no, you're not doing better than us. You can never do better than us because I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm the plug. So everything that you got, everything that the United States give you belongs to me. And you ought to be thanking me. As a matter of fact, you ought to be washing my damn hair with my feet with your hair. No, you're not doing better than me.
Oh my God.
Dang. She said, I'm the plug. I'm the plug. What are you talking about? Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even have that. Man, that's deep. That's deep.
Generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran.
Trying to rob the plug.
She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
How? Look, think about that. She said Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States. Bro,
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
The young generation.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
Because they know who they are now. Wow.
Video of the Israeli.
Wow, bro, that is crazy as hell. But it's not. Booker, who's up for re-election, once instructed APA on how to recruit black Americans to the pro-Israel cause. See, this is why we sitting down. See how they be trying to use us? And I'm not going to play this because it's hella low. You ain't going to be able to hear it. But they trying to recruit us to fight they cause. And this is why a lot of the black people said, no, y'all sit down. Sit down. We sitting this shit out. We ain't trying to hear none of that.
Let's talk about the FBA movement. So if you don't know what that is, it's the Foundational Black American movement. So when I first started posting my TikToks about a month ago, talking about how I was able to trace my ancestry back several generations, I started getting a lot of interactions from people in this movement. I had never heard of it before, so I had to do a little research, and I didn't want to say anything out of turn, so I definitely wanted to do research before I spoke on it. And I think with most movements that people forget is that there's always a little bit of truth to it. But then it's like the extremism that takes it to the next level, and it's hard for people to get behind. I am a descendant of the transatlantic slave trade to the Americas. So from West Africa to the Americas, whether that was the United States or the Caribbean islands, whatever, that's what I'm a descendant of. My distant ancestors are from West Africa, which makes me have African ancestry. That is where my people come from. Now, on the flip side of that, I can trace my Black ancestry in the United States for longer than the United States has existed. My ancestors who were brought here have been intermixed with Europeans. That probably wasn't consensual, but that's the reality of the situation. Our culture was stripped from us, and so a lot of what we have now is very unique as African Americans. I'm using the term African American and Black American interchangeably because I think they refer to the same group of people. I've never heard of someone, an immigrant from West Africa or any part of Africa, refer to themselves as African American. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but usually I hear like, oh, I'm Kenyan American, I'm Nigerian American. I don't hear anyone referring to themselves as African American. But you can say Black American, African American. In my opinion, we're referring to the same ethnic group. Going back to my point, my ancestors have been here for hundreds of years, for over like 8 generations, right? So we created our own culture, our own identity. And yes, our culture has ties to different things in Africa, specifically West Africa, because that's where they came from, but it's also unique to the Americas, and we've contributed a lot to American culture. So I think those two things can be true at once. But for you to come under somebody's video or just blatantly say like, I'm not African, or you have no African ancestry, but you're a descendant of the transatlantic slave trade, that's really weird. Yes, I wasn't born in Africa. No, I don't have any family members that I can ask about Africa, but clearly I'm Black. I'm of African descent. And whether your ancestors were brought here during the transatlantic slave trade or they came here some other type of way, I know some of us believe that we were already here. So, and I'm not saying that's not true, but whatever it is, all people come from Africa, specifically Black people. So why are we, there is a space to talk about just the history of what it means to be African American or Black American, because people do try to minimize our contributions in this country, which I think is unfair. We do have our own ethnic group. We do have our own culture. We do have our own music. We have made significant contributions to the world. We influence the world. So I think all those things can be true, but we can also acknowledge that we have African ancestry.
What?
And I've seen a lot of xenophobic comments come from the FBA movement. And I feel like a lot of that comes from the fact that a lot of people are saying, like, oh, immigrants built this country. And that's just not the case. My ancestors were not immigrants. They were brought here by force to build this country. And so it is a little bit disrespectful to say that immigrants built this country when that's just not the case. Also, Black Americans paved the way for other Black immigrants to come here. And I'm not saying that Black immigrants haven't contributed also to American society and culture and to the advancement of Black people, because that's not true either. But Black Americans have paved the way for other Black immigrants to come here and enjoy the benefits of being American. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I'm willing to have a respectful conversation about it in the comments, and just have an educational conversation about it, but I'm not doing any hateful comments, like it's gonna get deleted.
I mean, basically what she's saying is she is Black American, but when she do her lineage, it traces back to Africa, to her great grandmother or grandfather being brought over on the ship. So I'm like people. I like, this is how I feel. If your family came here and they built this, it's no argument. There's no argument. Like, you can choose not to be this or not to be that, but you are what you are. You just said it. You said it without saying it. Like, we built this country. We was here before this country was even called what it is. You already it. You don't have to say it. That's the crazy thing. So it ain't no use of even going back and forth with somebody that chooses to stand on this side but still be on this side anyway. It's no use. Like, that's how I feel. It's no use, because you are already it. You just said it. You just said it. Like, what's the use of arguing it? It's like, you feel me? Like, you already it. You don't have to do anything to be it. You're the it already. You just said your ancestors built this shit. They were here. You already it.
That lady who came on the podcast and said dirty Black American, yes, she was wrong in that situation. No and ifs or buts. But, and let's not act as if we don't remember how you guys used to treat us. Check it out.
Them Yankees used to come through and torture us, dog. Literally every day. School. That's where it starts at, school. Americans versus Haitians. Once they find out you were Haitian, that was it. They go back from your name. Once they could have picked up on or your accent, they was at you daily, every day. From PE, you had grown men like us. Just imagine us go picking on little kid every day. I'm gonna say it like this. Even I went to elementary school, Edison Park. To get to Edison Park, you had to go through Edison projects. There ain't nothing but Black Americans there. You had grown men beating on us as elementary kids, just going to school.
We need common sense. Everybody
you come in here,
sense.
you got to make it all the way to get here. You got to go all the way around, go to 71st. So we divide the plan. We go there, 30 of us going together. So whoever get caught, whoever make it. But we did it with numbers. And that was just elementary. And that was early 80s, 81, 82. When we got to middle school, it was, we started to fight back a little bit. And when we got towards the end of middle school, that's when they really turned over. We really went to fighting back. I got jumped in middle school. That's why I went to school with all of them who did it. So I was coming from school. I was picking up my brothers. So I'm going to go pick them up in front of the school. They say, hey, they'll go Haitian right there. Go get them. So they listened, they jumped me right in front of the school, right? Literally.
I'm always team me and all positivity, right? But one thing we're not gonna do is act like this type of shit was not
African
happening. Like
Americans.
Sam, he was talking about the 80s, 90s. He already grew up. Let's talk about the 2000s, the mid 2000s. Fam, I remember whenever I first got out here, it was like, bro, I'm talking about, I already knew Black Americans back from Haiti, right? I'm thinking it's all love. You got 10 cousins coming up trying to jump you and shit like that. And it was like, damn, fam. I'm talking about, it's crazy until we started fighting back, until we started stabbing niggas, until we started shooting niggas. Now they feel us, right? But, you know, like I said, I don't condone that bullshit, bro, the violence and all that other stuff, because now it's all love, fam. It's really all love. But that's really what we was going through. And just like, you know, how some FBAs, they're like, damn, fam, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't trust white folks. There's some Haitians and some Mexicans.
So?
I don't trust black folks. Honestly, I grew up with black folks after that whole situation. I love them. They love me. And, you know, peace, positivity, and we're going to keep it pushing. That lady.
No, I don't want to listen to her. But yeah, I say what's say exactly. Exactly. They're remembering it's from third grade that probably didn't even happen.
I don't know if it's just me, but I really feel like this FBA delineation is more spiritual than we think it is. And it's not just, it's the awakening of the dry bones. It really is. It's not just trying to be separate and whatever people think it is on the surface. I really think it's a proof, it's a showing, it's an outer expression of an inward recognition of being different. Of like, wait a minute, wait. Like, I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not that. Like, I am something different. And this whole, like, you know, us, you know, we're not African. It's not a rebellion against having any African ancestry. It's like, no, I'm different. I'm different. Like, there's, like, I'm waking up to my true identity, which I don't even know what it is yet, but there's something in me that is telling me that I'm set apart. Like, there's something in me that's communicating to me who I am, and I haven't necessarily fully deciphered the message yet, but it's something is coming through and communicating to me that I'm different. And it sounds crazy, right? Because how are you gonna say you're African American for decades or whatever, however long that was, and then all of a sudden you're not African and you standing on it, right? It sounds crazy. It looks crazy, but okay, we like, and like, well, like, it is what it is now. Like, and everybody's standing on that we not African. Everybody's not even done the research or whatever to be like, no, we Afro-Indigenous. Like, some people are not even coming at it from that angle. They just feel like we just feel different. I don't feel African. I don't relate. Like, it's just, I feel like we're of a different people. And so when they standing on this lineage, it's deeper than just, I'm American. Like, they don't even realize, I'm saying they, because I'm talking about the ones who are doing it unconsciously, that haven't come to the knowledge of us being Judah. They don't even realize that they standing on lineage that's way deeper than they think it is. Like, this standing on lineage business, like, you standing on King David, the first righteous king of Israel, after God's own heart. Like, you standing on that business. You standing on King Solomon, the richest, wisest man that ever lived. You standing on that business of the Messiah, right? And everybody else that it came out of Judah, fam. So present day, all the inventions, all the entertainers, the orators, philosophers, athletes, everything that we done gave the world, like, is deeper than that. It goes from the beginning of time till now, or from Judah till now. Yeah, the scepter shall not depart from Judah. Like you standing on that lineage, whether you know it or not. Like this is deeper than just some reactive, well, we not African, we American, like leave us alone. It's like
It's
God is
deeper
in the
than that, bro.
details of
People don't.
everything
I think that's
happening
what people
right
don't
now.
understand.
I'm gonna do a deeper video on this, but it's so much deeper than just some surface level delineation. And then you have Tucker Carlson arguing or challenging the guy about the DNA test for the Rep3s. Yo, like it's happening. It's so crazy.
We don't
like,
even got the same
it's
taste
so crazy.
buds.
So much is happening, but y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna do a video on this for sure. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, we don't like, and I think that's what people don't understand. That's why they don't like it. And then I think it's also because, people be getting angry. You feel me? They be getting angry and making it an argument. And it's like, y'all not really quite understanding what we saying. We just not y'all and y'all just not us. Okay? That's all we're saying. You feel me? Because y'all had a lot of shit to say about us. I hate to say it. This is true. We all know this. Y'all know it. Your parents know it. We know it. Our parents know it. Now, when we've been trying to be cool and we separate ourselves. That's the biggest problem. Because, like the one lady said, she said, the lady from Israel said that. That was on Congress. The biggest problem we have is with the young black Americans. They waking up. They not falling for the bullshit. They don't even listen to their parents no more. You feel me? They don't listen to their parents. Like they waking up going, dang, our parents is bullshit. They was fed all this shit and they believe this and we're not believing that no more. Shit is changing. This is what they scared of because all the power that they said black people didn't have is coming to light. They showing the power is being seen right here in everything that's going on. It's like they letting you know you got the power, you just don't know it yet. And it's like that shit is crazy, bro.
The FBA, the Foundational Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day.
Nigga, when the FBA become a group? Nobody told me I was part of a group. And if you really want to black people not helping, look at his comments. Go back and look at the comments right quick. When I tell you it was some Haitian that bitch, we a bunk collective, you gonna want us to help them niggas. Niggas better learn how to fight for themselves. We've been fighting for over 40 years. And until a couple years ago, not one other nigga wants to be African American. Not one. We gonna act like the me no black thing isn't an infamous term. To this day, we still dealing with other motherfuckers asking us what our culture while dressing just like us.
So when we get things like Foundational Black American or ADOS, original descendants of slaves, in theory, these things make all the sense in the world.
Okay.
When you have a country where the foundational people of America are those original European settlers, those formerly enslaved Black Americans, and Native Americans are the only three groups that are foundational Americans. The waters get muddy when now Black people from the Caribbean, Black people from Africa are represented in spaces that Black Americans never have been. Congress,
That's not true.
Ownership, businesses,
We have been
homes,
represented.
and there's a lot of reasons why those of you from around the diaspora come to America because a lot of people flee countries and they're looking for greater economic opportunities. And when you're not taught the history of America, you don't understand that Black Americans have consistently and continuously built their own institutions, built their own banks, built their own towns, built their own schools, built everything. And America has consistently burned it down. White people got jealous. White people didn't like it, so they burned down. That's how we have Tulsa. That's how we have Rosewood. That's how we have the slew of massacres that have occurred in America, where financial centers and the wealth of Black America has continuously been burned down and stripped of those people. Where it gets tricky is that as of late, a lot of the FBA movement online has presented itself using the same tactics and the same rhetoric and ideologies as white nationalism.
Here we go.
White conservatism. And it gets dangerous. The talking points are extremely xenophobic. The language used, just the vitriol that's spewed out about immigrants and about those who aren't foundational Black Americans is kind of crazy. So when you have Black people who don't ascribe to that movement, who don't ascribe to that identity, as you guys called it, that ethnicity or marker, it is something where people from around the world don't understand how a few people in America are the loudest ones online. And in real life, you don't meet people in America who are like, I'm FBA.
Okay, so I was following him at one point. I might still be, I'm not sure. But he started to kind of lose me a little bit with some of his talking points and his views on certain things. And it's because he's bi-ethnic. Like, his dad's side, I believe, is Haitian. And didn't a Haitian girl just call us dirty Black Americans? Didn't y'all just see my video that I posted literally last night? And his mom, I believe, is Black American, from what I've heard him say. He hit on a lot of good points, but where he missed me is saying that Caribbeans or just Black immigrants, Caribbeans, Africans, Black immigrants in general, come over here and they get opportunities that Black Americans never have had. That's a blatant lie. We've been in Congress. We own homes. We own businesses. We own more businesses and more homes than immigrants. Like, what? That kind of like missed me. What the issue is, when they do get in positions of power, they undermine us. And this is what really pisses me off and grinds my gears. Every Pan-African, every Black immigrant, whoever, they never address
stay on the bud
the elephant in
cookies.
the room. Ever. And it gets to a point. We don't just come out of nowhere. And you know what's crazy? Y'all are making me like forcing me to be FBA and identify with that. At the end of the day, it literally just means you don't have an immigrant background. However, they never address the elephant in the room. They never address the nasty things that immigrants say. They never address the fact that whatever FBA is doing, or even me or whoever, is literally a response. If you look at my content, it is all reaction content. I literally play videos of the heinous things that people are doing and saying toward us, and I react to it. We don't just come out of nowhere. We've never just come out of nowhere in mass undermining, denigrating, or talking down on Black immigrants. Why does everybody make it seem like we just got out of nowhere, out the clear blue sky, just woke up and started saying, shut the F up, go back to your country? No, we started saying go home because they kept saying how they are so much better and they work so much harder and they built America. So if you did it here, what type of logic is that to leave your country where you're from to come to another country and say and build up another country? It makes no sense. We kept seeing them popping it, talking about how they're so much better. Then we started to look at the stats in the countries, in the homelands that they fled from, and we're like, wait, hold up. You calling us all everything but a child of God, but this is what's going on in the country that you ran from. And a white nationalist, first of all, I think that we oughta put on for ourselves and have a high sense of pride and have a high sense of self-esteem and confidence. If that looks like nationalism, it is what it is, because we've been beat down so much by everybody, including people with our same hue of complexion. And it really, really irks me that no one gives a damn about that. Like, I don't know if Ative, I'm not sure how to say his name. I don't know if he did a video on the woman from Sierra Leone saying that she was going to bomb us.
Think we immigrants.
Did he make a video about that? Does he make videos reacting? I mean, I've seen some, like, I feel like he kind of rides the fence a little bit. I'm not going to get up here and just completely say his content from what I've seen is just completely one way, but sometimes it just leans more to one side than the other. And that's what, you know, when you buy ethnic, that's kind of how it be. So it's just like to be expected.
One thing.
But I'm talking about time and time and time again, before we ever said anything. Immigrants, Latinos, every type of immigrant you could think of has literally talked crazy and have done things to knock us out of jobs, to kick us off of projects, to take resources and funds and things that would be allocated to us to siphon it back into their communities. These people have been doing so many things to Black Americans
and we've not said anything. And now that we're finally waking up en masse and we're starting to say, hold up, this is not right, we're the problem.
Yeah.
We're the problem.
Exactly. When you wasn't saying nothing,
Because
you was
if
a
Johnny
problem.
had 5 apples, bitch. What y'all think about this? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. It's us. It's just us.
Johnny had 5 apples. Hey, we was a problem when we wasn't saying nothing. So just think when we all come together and we start to speak. Oh my God, bro, the whole world is paying attention. But I like what dude said right here. This was the realest shit that I heard, and I said I had to save this video and so I can play this.
And they asked me, it's like, yo, how do you feel about Palestine? And how do you feel, man? Fuck Palestine. Fuck Gaza. How many people from Palestine got asked about the murders that's happening in Philly? How many people in Gaza got asked about the murders that's happening in Harlem? Why do we always get asked how do we feel about other people, but the other people never get asked how do they feel about what we're going through? And if we say something about them, then it's like, oh my God, what is wrong with him? No, fuck all of them. Okay? I'm concerned with my people. I'm concerned with the people that's in Philly, people in Cleveland, people in Ohio, people in Brooklyn. More kids died in Harlem last year than in Palestine. They'll try to erase that and make you feel, no, I'm not desensitized. I love black people. I love people who look like me. I'm not here to, what happened, master? Is we sick? Is we hurt balls? Right? I don't give a fuck of what happens to them. We can't get into power until we stop caring about our oppressors more than we care about ourselves. That's slavery. We place more punishment on the word faggot than the word nigger. So now, I'm not a nigger. Man. I'm a god. That's not a bitch. That's a goddess. So now, you say anti-Semitic. Well, how can I be anti-Semitic when y'all not even Jew? We're the real Jewish people. We're God's chosen people. But there's no education that's informing and educating us on who we are. We have to stop pushing this agenda of punishment for ownership. There's no punishment for ownership. There's only opportunity. There's no punishment for independence. There's only opportunity for ownership. I'm God's child, the devil's op. I'm protected by my father. I don't have more faith in the weapons of the devil against God's defense, right? God's protection. So we understand that. And we have conversations like that. And then we create institutions that teach little black boys how to be confident, how to have morals, how to have values. We have institutions in place that teach little black girls how to respect black men, how to value black men, how to love black men. It ain't about no fucking check. You can't give me nothing to be a traitor. You can't give our woman nothing to trade our man. You can't give our man nothing to trade their masculinity. That has to be taught. I'm not owned by the white man. I don't give a fuck about the white man. And I've learned that when you put the devil in the car and let him play chicken versus God, we're going to see who comes out the car wash and who ends up in the car wreck.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I hate to say it. I like that shit right there. Fuck all that other shit, bro. That's the problem. They always get us to stop focusing on ourselves and focus on everybody else. We don't live over there. We live right here. The ones over there is the ones that's doing shit to us. And it's crazy because when you start saying the shit, bro, why everybody get offensive and defensive? And then if you get angry because they're getting angry because you calling them out on their bullshit and the argument starts, they still blame you and say, well, you feel me, and try to point the finger at you. And it's like, I'm just calling you out on your bull. That's it. That's what we doing now, right? We pointing everybody out going, hey, no, motherfucker, you remember you stole that $2 from me? You ever had somebody steal something from you? And then you go, hey, man, you remember you stole that shit from me? And they like, wait, hold on. I ain't took shit. How you gonna try to see? And they try to point the finger at you and point out all your shit. This what they be doing, bro. And like now we don't care. Okay, you can say what you want. We still gonna start pointing y'all out on your bullshit. That's what we're doing. You can make it into, oh, we're talking shit about y'all. And how's we talking shit when I'm just saying you stole $2 from me? Like you did it. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, man, this shit be funny as hell, bro.
Hair look like Abraham Lincoln's axe. So he's Jamaican. He was not a proponent of the hip hop lifestyle. Yeah, you just love this black life, don't you? He never called it hip hop music. He said, "Yeah, just love this yoga music." And then after everything blows up, took him to the dealership to buy him a car. He was like, "I always believed in you." Give me the black Lexus with the leather interior. I'll throw some D's on that. Hair look.
Academic, you better go. You want to call out white supremacy? You better go back to your homeland of Jamaica and let them people let you on the beaches over there. Y'all can't even go on the beaches in your homeland. That's what you better be hollering at. How come you ain't in the streets over there? And they ain't letting you on the beaches in your homeland. Come on, y'all out of touch. That's why walking around wearing G-Unit tank tops still. Academic, somebody sent me some with Academic. Academic mentioned me. I don't know why Academic mentioned me in relation to this story. I don't know what Academic is doing. Yeah, Academic, I know you're listening. What'd you mention me for?
Where are all the people who, they love calling me a pedo? It's black people shit. It's like where's the pro-black people who claim white supremacy, who claim this? They've been very silent on this. And this is the point of even the people, where is Tariq Nasheed? Tariq Nasheed always be talking about, the white supremacists look like a black guy there to make it all good. Well, in his terms, this is exactly what this would be. The group that should be in the streets, they were bought off.
Okay. That's real random. Where's Tariq Nasheed? You know, people, is that a clout chase? I mean, when people start, where you at? Because you're silent on, when somebody say you're silent on something, or you just reaching. What kind of reach was that? Where's Tariq Nasheed? Why am I even being thought of? What kind of reach is that, Academic? Academic, what kind of reach is that? Where's Tariq Nasheed on this? Okay, why bring me up? Why the hell did you bring me up? And Academic, here's the irony. I've already spoken on that type of shit. You late to the party. That's the irony. It's funny you bring me up. I've already spoken on that. Listen, I like Jay-Z, but I will, if there's a deal that looks a little funny, I'll call it out. When Jay-Z did that thing with the NFL, I called that out already 6 years ago. Come on, man. Find somebody to play with, man. We already knocked that out, covered that a decade ago. That's old news we already covered. Yeah, we didn't wait till them files came out. Academic, you better go. You want to call out white supremacy, you better go back to your homeland of Jamaica and let them people let you on the beaches over there. Y'all can't even go on the beaches in your homeland. That's what you better be hollering at.
Well, the delineation movement is causing a lot of discomfort in many circles around the world. Not only in America, but on the continent of Africa and a lot of power centers around the world. The delineators are really creating a lot of confusion, and the effects, the negative effects on, those who are trying to expand their business or their trades or their, worldview to different parts of the world have hit a roadblock, because the delineators have really caused people around the world to take a pause at the invitations and expansions of, entry into certain parts of the world by the African American people. Now, we have to make it clear that the African Americans are different from the FBAs. And let me tell you the difference. The FBAs are people who claim that they are from here originally. They have nothing to do with Africa. They are not people who have any connection to Africa. And so they want nothing to do with Africa. They go, a step further by insulting Africans and demeaning Africans and, describing Africans in National Geographic terms. Just, very, very negative ways. I'm an African. You won't see me on National Geographic. But the way they describe the Africans, it's very negative. They just are worse than the colonizer, and how the colonizer described Africa.
I ain't heard nobody doing that yet.
Consider themselves to be descendants of Africa, descendants of the slave trade, descendants of people who can trace their roots from the motherland. And they are more sympathetic to the Pan-African struggle for black people, the power to the people kind of movements, the group of people who feel like all black people need to come together and work together. And they're the ones who have been traveling to Africa, making connections with Africa and other parts of the diaspora. But because of the FBA, a lot of African countries are taking a second look. They're like, okay, what are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with here? Because you don't want an FBA in your country. Because if somebody can look down on Africa and Africans, you don't want them in your country. These people can come to the country and be spies for the colonizer. They can come to your country and cause more damage to your country in terms of safety and security, because they don't consider themselves as Africans. So this has caused African governments to think twice about who these people are. Because if you listen to the FBA, the things that they say is worse than a colonizer. And they could be a security risk in the safety and security of African countries. So the FBAs are causing more damage than they realize. So just keep watching them because the exposure
he said, basically it sounded like he said, man, we can't go do business over there no more. Cause they ain't fucking with us. You feel me? That's what we can't do. So we can't make money because of them. You get like they causing a lot of this. They causing a lot of. That is wild, bro. What the hell?
And it's causing a lot more trouble and problems than you think. This is not just an internet phenomenon. This has become an international, worldwide issue, problem that they're causing. And I don't know what you're getting from it, you know.
You see, this is what we talked about. He's telling people in real time that Foundation of Black America is telling you to respect who we are, respect our culture, respect what we cultivated and nurtured here, and respect the fact that we are from the soil and not Africans is causing a problem in Africa. We ain't in your politics and spaces mugging up the waters and purposely stifling your people's progress in your homeland.
Exactly.
You do that to us. You're a willing buffer clans and lapdog, but them days are over. Y'all still don't realize that this is our ancestors speaking through us and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
That ABC News special ain't tell you enough. All the politicians who lie on us and denigrate us on the daily ain't tell you enough. The constant attacks on my people from high profile people ain't tell you enough. We are moving and shaking in real life, and us telling you that you won't be tethering and leeching off of us anymore is bringing you this much pain. We ain't delineating enough. Welcome to the new normal. Delineate harder.
That's why she said, hey, you couldn't do nothing but laugh because he sound hot. Like we can't do our business over there no more. Yeah, remember all that shit you was saying though? You feel me? Y'all better than us. You feel me? Y'all making all this money. It's like, bro, go do that over there then. If that's the case, if you doing so good, go do it over there. No, because you was making your money off of us. Y'all was getting everything off of us, bro. Come on now, bro. This shit, look, you cannot make this shit up. You cannot. And like, that's the thing, right? This is the shit they don't want us to talk about. They want us to shut the fuck up and not say nothing. This is what they want us to do. This is what they was planning on us doing forever. You feel me? Now, I'm going to say it again. This is why you have to pay attention to the FBA. You feel me? Because motherfuckers can say what they want about it, but look how it's shaking other countries. A whole nother country, bro. You got Israel. You got all these other places speaking on this thing because they know black folks hold the power. And they going, damn, if they come together, like just think. If they come together and realize who they are, it's going to fuck it up for everybody. For everybody. You feel me? Like it's going to mess up our money. It's going to mess up their money. It's going to mess up the government money. Bro, it's going to fuck it up for everybody. That's the problem. That's why they're always going to try to make it to be a bad thing. You feel me? This is what they going to try. Watch what I tell you. They're going to try to make it to be a bad thing. It's not going to happen, though. They ain't going to be able to stop this one. I hate to say it, boy. The tide is rolling in, and this some shit they is not going to be able to stop. Look, it's already here. It's already rolling over them. You feel me? They're not going to be able to stop it. Look, I heard a motherfucker said, man, if you can't beat them, then join them. That shit don't work with us no more. You can't even join us. We don't even want to join you. So all that, hey, if you can't beat them, join them shit, that shit is out the door. You feel me? You should have been over here already. That's what the FBA is saying, bro. We don't want nobody no more. We don't want to deal with nobody no more. That's why I understand this shit, because you would have to live here and not go through the things that we went through as black people to not understand what we saying. That's why you can get somebody of African descent, Jamaican descent, and of these other countries that'll say, well, they're doing this. You feel me? That's why you get that, because they wasn't here. They didn't go through the struggles. They don't have our struggles. It's not the same. You feel me? Somebody said, we don't even got the same taste buds. We don't even got the same taste buds. We don't even eat the same foods. When you fart, it don't smell like mine. I'm just saying. I don't mean to get too personal, but shit. When you fart, that shit don't smell the same as mine, because we are not the same. Okay? This shit is, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit, man. I'm gonna keep doing this shit because this shit it's beautiful, bro. When I see my people come together, I know my people is coming together. When the whole world is waking up and going, hey, that's a problem. Because how you all the way in another country worried about what the fuck we doing? Like, think about that part right there. How are you all the way in another country worried about what black folks is doing over here? The same black folks who you said don't know who they are, don't have no control, you feel me, can't stand up for themselves, can't fight for themselves, don't got no money, can't build themselves, all that shit that they said. Now you over in a whole nother country complaining about us believing in ourselves and saying we ain't fucking with nobody no more. You all the way in another country, bro. This how you can tell this is gonna be the best movement that was ever. If it's something else that come out better than this, I'm just saying, this is gonna be the best movement that didn't happen in a long time, bro. This shit is dope as fuck. You feel me? This shit is, look, FBA, keep doing what you're doing. That's all I gotta say. Keep doing what the fuck you doing. Fuck what anybody say. They don't want to accept it. They don't want to believe it. They don't. Keep doing what the fuck you doing. Because if it got them talking about it over there, because just think, if this was a bad movement, right? If this was something that the government created or this thing created, everybody wouldn't be trying to shit on it. Everybody wouldn't be, you feel me? This is the other countries saying that this was created by the white people and the oppressors, and it's like, bitch, no, it wasn't. It was created by us. We just got tired. Niggas woke up one day and said, nigga, I ain't doing this shit no more. You feel me? Fuck that shit. I'm not doing this shit no more with these people. You feel me? They too disrespectful. You feel they think they better than us. Why? I don't know. Why would you even think that? If we all come from where you come from and we already here and you come over here, why would you think you better than us? Then you want us to say we African, but you don't treat us like we African. That's the part that I can really understand, because it's like you come over here, you're African, but you don't treat us like we African. What the fuck is up with that? That's why we can take that name off then. Fuck y'all. Is that how y'all feel? Okay, we can take that name off our motherfucking shit. We don't even need it no more because we not that no more anyway. We bred that out a long time ago. We are not that. We don't eat fufu. We don't even eat the kind of food y'all eat. We're not the same. We're not going to be the same. That's why I can understand this shit, bro. That's just how I see it. You feel me? I'm just saying, bro, on some real shit, bro. On some real shit. That's what, and I'm glad my cousin pointed me in this direction, because at first, bro, I'm telling you, it's like I would sleep under a rock or something.
This is for my FBA community. I'm about sick of y'all. I am. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I am absolutely quite tired of you guys. Okay? Because you give off this confusing, conflicting information that you yourself is probably just discovering, and now you are a professor in it. Okay? And I am so tired of the division. I'm brown. You're brown. Don't you see that they want this separation? Separation is their power. Separating us gives them more power.
See, this is what I was saying about what's going to try to happen. They're going to try to do stuff like this to try to create us to come together. But until we get respect, bro, we cannot. It's hard to come together with a people that don't respect you. It's hard to come together with a whole nother race that don't respect you, that look at you different because of what you are. You feel me? So how You know, and we'll go, oh, they're creating the separation. If they're creating it, then why are they talking about us? They've been talking about us. This is not, it don't have nothing to do with white people. It has nothing. Why do they try to say that? This has nothing to do, if you pay attention, it has nothing to do with white people. Because that's like me living in one hood, and then this hood over here is talking shit about us. Why are we gonna fuck with them? They already talking shit about us. They already jumping us when we go places. They shooting at us and some more shit, but we supposed to be cool with them. And the government is creating a divide. No, the fuck they ain't. It's us creating that divide, saying we're not going for your shit no more. That is us. Stop trying to get, they're always trying to give our power away. All right? This is what I'm saying. They be trying to give our power to somebody else.
So what if you feel like you were here before the natives?
Y'all wanted the separation.
So
yeah,
what?
now you got
Y'all were bamboozled just like everybody else. Y'all are
we-
scared of some doggone immigrants, but yet y'all supposed to be so strong. We were here first, and I'm like, okay, but they conquered y'all just like they conquered everybody else. Hello? Y'all ended up on them damn plantations too, or reservations, one or the other. Y'all didn't come out unscathed. Okay? So if you were here before the natives or when Columbus set foot on this land, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because when those papers were formed in 1776, you were not freaking included.
Hey, see, we understand that. See, this is what I'm saying. This is, that's why I like to listen to the opposing side too, because this lets you know that they just don't some people is just not going to get it. And that's okay. That's okay. I understand what she is saying because, like I said, bro, it's going to be an older generation that's not going to understand it, bro. They still going to be wanting to, no, we got to turn the other cheek type shit, bro. And I get what she's saying, but, you just don't understand. Like, what the fuck? You've been stepped on all this time, and you're not going to understand the movement. You're going to bring up what they did to us, you feel me? And all that, like we don't know. Like we don't know. We already know this. This is not, oh my God, bro, this message gonna go over a lot of people's head.
Okay, you weren't included. The formation of this country did not include you.
That's why we created our own.
So if you were here and you were trading with Columbus, they didn't give a flying you know what. And did you survive? And how many of you was it here? Because I've heard on so many lives, 10 million. It was 10 million. It was 10 million. Bitch, we should be 100 million deep at this point. Because with that 10 million and the hundreds of thousands they brought over here, or was it 3 million they brought over here? We should be deep up in this piece. We should not be worried about immigrants. Y'all worried about immigrants. Oh, the immigrants taking over there. But we strong, right?
See, I'm going to say it again. Look, lady, it's not about that. You don't understand. Look, I'm going to tell you, right? She didn't get the memo. She just didn't get the memo, all right? She didn't get it. She read it wrong. When she got it, she read it wrong. And she said, oh, okay. No, we're not worried about immigrants. That's what they're doing. We're not worried about that. All we saying is, we not fucking with nobody no more. That's what we're saying. We're pointing out all the things that they said and they did to us. And we say, oh, yeah, we just ain't fucking with them. That's it. Why is that a big thing? Why do that have to be taken out of context? It may be something
We're the
I'm
most
missing.
powerful people, right?
This.
Why y'all afraid of some immigrants? Why? What's your fear at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
The same fear that the white folks have of us?
Exactly. They don't tell them
What is your
nothing.
fear exactly? because the immigrants are now coming over and taking over the jobs that we used to do?
Where are you from? Like, what the fuck, bro? I know I've been sleeping under a rock, but goddamn, you had to be up under the 10th rock that was under the rock I was under. Because, like, I can see it clearly, and I'm like going, you can't, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Ain't nobody been ever trying to protect us as a people. Like, you feel me? Like, we then spoke up and did so much shit. It's like, but okay, all right.
Because trust me,
I feel you.
We were the migrant workers. We did those jobs up to the 70s. Our parents did those jobs. They was working up and down the East Coast, going from farm to farm to farm, picking and shit, going from East Coast to West Coast, picking according to the weather. I know. My mom's 90 years old. She could tell you a whole lot of stuff. Okay?
Yeah,
what I'm saying to you is they want us divided. Do you understand? Kevin Roberts of the Heritage Foundation, do you know what his dissertation was on? African American Studies. He think he know us. And they wrote a whole freaking a book about us and how to get rid of us. And y'all falling right in their hands. Y'all falling right in their hands. Why would you want the division?
Nothing to do with fear.
Don't get
Nothing to do with fear. That's what I'm saying.
If I say that my mom's bloodline runs through Togo, Africa, by way of Nigeria as well.
I'm gonna check Chesley Peterson out.
And I say that's our heritage came from Africa directly. Why would that make me different than you? And we both brown. If you say that you're FBA and you're foundational here, why would that make a difference? Because guess what? They enslaved our black asses all at the same damn time.
Dang, that's crazy because, you know, the one, I think that's what it is, right? This is it, right? This is what I'm starting to see is like, okay, so if FBA, right? If people say they FBA and then you have somebody that's like African, but they've been here and they're African, I understand. Okay, I get it now. So they would speak against the FBA because the FBA is trying not to have nothing to do with Africans. So it's like if they're claiming the African side, basically, they not, you know, they was the ones that was talking shit. They was the ones that was talking shit. Basically, you feel me? Yeah, hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. But this shit get hella weird, bro.
Tell me I'm not. Tell me I'm wrong.
You wrong.
There may have been a couple free here and there that slipped through the cracks that probably lived in some cave somewhere. But basically, they enslaved us all at the same time.
But that's not what people saying. Some of us was here before they even started that. So
yeah,
we were here. We were here already.
So I'm sick of it. I am so sick of the division. Who gives a flying fuck? If you were here 100 million years ago, if we got here when Columbus got here, we all started out the same freaking way. We were enslaved. Period. Because guess what? If y'all was here before that, y'all wasn't here long enough to formulate any kind of state. Where's your paperwork?
What are you talking about? Where's the paperwork? Are you not old enough to know Black Wall Street? Every time we tried to form something, they dropped bombs and shit on it. Like here in America, like. Yeah, I can't, you know, I listened enough. So we just gonna skip this.
Genuinely, what I was speaking
tried.
out against was the xenophobia that is in the foundational Black American community. If you identify with that foundational Black title, even though it is a lineage, it is a title. If you identify with it, more often than not, you have heard or used xenophobic rhetoric. I use xenophobic rhetoric out of anger.
No,
They
just
just
got
use
on your
xenophobic rhetoric because it's a normal day in Queens. So I completely understand where the anger could have come from, especially when they're chopping and screwing bits and pieces to make me look divisive as f***. But in reality, I really do love my people. I love my people so bad, and I want us to win so bad. But the thing is, there's
like
no
one of
us
the first
with them.
comments.
They other themselves. Not all of them, but the ones who prioritize xenophobia in their lexicon of whatever.
I seen her video. They got on her top though. This is what it is, right? When people come out from the other side, they say something, and then FBA's coming, they get on their top, then they wanna like, you know, try to make a video cleaning themselves up, and it's like, nah, you already did that shit. You feel me? You already did it. And this is what I said. This is what I like. It's like, you getting called out on your bullshit. I don't care who you is. And like I said, if this shit got other motherfucking countries talking about it,
you know, I feel like I know
attention.
why, you know, folks are so upset about black people, you know, rallying behind the FBA, you know, and the black lineage, you know, thought process. And it's because black people, after spending years of just, I guess you could say, being lost or trying to, quote unquote, connect to our African roots and, you know, our African lineage, when them niggas never wanted us to do such, right? Or gave us flack for trying to, oh, you don't know your tribe, and you got the white man last name, and you don't know where you come from, and your bloodline, whoop de whoop. And now that, I feel like the issue is black Americans are just finally saying, you know what, we are American, and being proud to be an American in our own shape, fashion, form, finding pride in saying that, you know what, this is our country.
Smoke. They can't
just as much,
stand that
if
shit.
not more than other motherfuckers, and taking pride in our contributions to said country. Whether it be military service, building the infrastructure, understanding what slavery was and how it was the foundation and the building. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being ashamed of these things. And it's funny when they say,
that's what they scared of, no more free rides.
Bitch, I would argue that black people in America can trace their lineage back better than most of them fucking Africans or them immigrants. Black people got family reunions, right? We're probably one of the only cultures that do such
just
things,
said.
right?
How you say the same?
And you can have an elder or great grandparent in your family that can pull a box out, right? Because we got this in our family. They can pull out a box, and you got generations in papers and news clippings and pictures and portraits of where, like, our family. You can trace that quote unquote white man last name and find out where your family came from, where they was bought, where they was sold, all this shit. And you can, like, and that's in your family. You ain't got an ID need. You ain't got to fucking send no blood nowhere. That's from somebody in your fucking family, right? They can show, oh, your great.
Didn't I just say this the other day? I said that we go to one of our family members. They, like my cousin, they called me last night and was giving it to me again. And I'm going, we could go to one of our family members and trace our lineage all back hundreds of years, all the way to the 1700s or further. So it's like,
grandfather served in World War I, great grandfather served in World War II, your grandfather was in Vietnam, your daddy was in Desert Storm. What fucking African can just do it? Some nigga from the UK that's from Ghana can do that shit. Half of them don't even know what fucking tribe they come from when they fucking say that shit. Yo, great grandfather from Chicago could trace y'all roots back all the way to Louisiana, and not through some fucking internet app, like through documentation. Right? We can do that, and that's an issue because niggas are taking pride in that now and not trying to associate with the shit they didn't want us to be a part of anyway. Wild how y'all don't like that niggas want to be proud Americans. So black people don't get to be patriotic and proud of their lineage. And another random thought. They always be like, oh, well, we go to America and we make the money and we send all they be sending their money back home. They love bragging about sending that money back home and how
back wherever the fuck they came from, it's just so cheap, and they could get all cattle and land, and y'all been here for decades, sending all this money
Just
back
leave us
home.
alone.
You would think they would have changed the landscape of the island, the Africa, and created generational wealth for their fucking families, but they don't, and they ain't. What the fuck? But I'm sure they're gonna
be over here driving the Benz and just sending enough money home for people to eat.
Blame the white man somehow. You know,
they gonna blame.
You know, I feel like
I am not about to start crying.
Yeah, I'm not about to start.
Yeah, man. Like I said, don't let that little fake ass video. Don't let that fake video make y'all think that it's a Haitian versus American beef or American versus Haitian beef. That shit dead, nigga. Haitians and American ain't beefing no more. That shit old news. Nigga, Haitians and Americans tied in. First thing first, y'all should. First thing first, them two niggas on the podcast was supposed to set the terms and agreements to the podcast, right? That's who y'all need to be. That's where the outrage should go to. It should go towards the men. All right, because the man is the leader. They let that lady come up on their little podcast and say that dumb shit.
Man, that music, I'm gonna get the copyright for that music. I
Get
can't
to
play
claim
that
they
shit.
fucking country. Black Americans don't get to claim their country because we have became the most dopest black people on fucking planet, and it really is coming off fucking jealousy. We don't owe you motherfuckers nothing. We know we don't run nothing or own nothing. That's why when y'all come here, we ain't got no say so if y'all come here or if y'all get deported or leave. That's why when y'all come, we like, hey, our people, hey, y'all come in our neighborhoods, y'all live next door to us, but then y'all act like y'all too good because y'all y'all tell us out of y'all own mouths when we are friends with y'all and date y'all that y'all are trained to say that Black Americans ain't shit, ghetto, crackheads, stay away from them. Y'all tell us that the motherfucking immigration office even tell y'all that. And the sad part is that y'all actually believe it. When y'all can see clearly that Black Americans fuck with us, but y'all do fuck with us on a real life basis outside the cameras and the platforms and the boat and the motherfucking all that other bullshit when the cameras is off. But when the camera's on, because y'all don't want to go back to y'all so mighty all black countries, it's all love and unity. When y'all want us to fucking fight for y'all, but if y'all so black and so mighty and so cultural, and when we say we are delineating and moving back, this shows y'all motherfucking black pride and y'all black cultural expression to the white motherfuckers because we ain't done nothing. Across the globe, black people, period, from white supremacy have been put at the bottom of the food chain of humanity. But for some reason, y'all only got motherfucking smoke for us. That's some coward ass shit.
This is what I was saying.
Black American have had smoke for another black diaspora. Or what the fuck white supremacy do? We don't run from our country. We don't run from our problems. We don't run from white supremacy. We have looked at shit and stared it in the face and said, nigga, let's get it on then. But y'all only got smoke for us? When y'all said we ain't got no power, but y'all want to fight the powerless people to make y'all seem powerful? That's actually some weak ass shit. And we ain't going no more. We ain't saying nothing, but we sitting back. Y'all got all this smoke for Black Americans? Then we ain't fighting for y'all.
No fun when the rap
Y'all must know we got the power because as soon as we pull back, everybody, even the Latinos and the black diaspora, like, well, yeah, well, that's divisive. It's been divisive. It's been divisive. Y'all been divisive. We went over here, black and brown unity. Oh, black diaspora. That's been Black Americans saying that. We are all one. Y'all was like, no, we're
not.
Not just the Latinos, the Africans, the Caribbeans, the Brazilians. We know black. No, we're not like them. We love you, white people. We will do anything to be here. Just don't send us back to our powerful, black, prideful countries. Don't send us back, please. We're better than the Black Americans. We'll show you. Just give us a chance. We'll show you. Please, 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 please. Black Americans are the only race, not just the only blacks, the only race on the planet who do not bow to whiteness. And I'm not saying we don't have some coons in this motherfucking country, but we started with them first on this delineation movement because them motherfuckers want to vouch and preach for motherfucking whiteness and all that other shit. And then once whiteness showed them that they white, then they want to be like, oh, but we're black, y'all. We shouldn't care what they said about black women and that they don't eat they white people. Like, we should fight for. No, the fuck we ain't, bitch. No, we ain't fighting no more. We ain't saying that y'all make us the main character. We ain't saying that. So right at this point, we backing the fuck up. We are actually listening to y'all. Yeah, we listening to y'all. Y'all need to get your own communities together. So now we're doing that. We're focusing on that. And we're going to put all that energy we fought for everybody else, and we just put into ourselves. I don't see what the problem. Y'all so dope and black and proud of y'all countries and y'all heritage and y'all history when y'all fought for white people 800 years ago. But today, y'all are kissing ass, and we are done. And that's all the fuck we are saying. So show us y'all great blackness and y'all great power and your great wisdom and your lawyers and doctors. Show us what y'all can do. Because I think it was only us that showed y'all what the fuck we can do around here. That's why y'all mad that we delineate, because they are like, no, we supposed to disrespect y'all. The whole world disrespect y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah, they all disrespect us while they don't even acknowledge that you motherfuckers exist. And that's what y'all pissed about. Y'all pissed that y'all called us ghetto trash, just like white people, and we are still the dopest shit on the fucking planet. I think y'all be pissed that y'all like, why don't y'all be quiet and be docile and go to work and listen to the white people that we love who gave us an opportunity. Y'all are so loud and disrespectful. How the fuck are y'all still the most influential motherfucking cultural movement on the planet? How do y'all do that and still disrespect the whiteness that we worship? Fucking cowards.
Exactly.
Claim they fucking country.
That shit is hilarious, bro. Because I was saying the same thing. I don't even gotta say no more, bro. I gotta go anyway. I gotta go take my kids somewhere. But I thank y'all for joining. And I'm gonna say it again, bro. Don't take this as no hate. Just take this as we pointing out people bullshit. That's it. Don't take it as hate. If you look at it as hate, then you're not gonna understand it. All right? Don't look at it as fucking hate, because that's not what it is. It's just you was doing some shit. We not fucking with you no more. Okay? You stole $2, and you go, well, it was only $2, bitch, but it was my $2. Okay? It was mine. You stole my shit. Now you want to act like you didn't do the shit and you stole it, and then you want to act like you better than me. You feel me? But you had to steal from me and take from me. That's all we saying is we not even tripping. We don't even care. Do what you do. You feel me? Go back to where you came from. Go do something else. We just not fucking with you no more. I understand this shit. I'm sorry if you don't. You feel me? And if you don't, you only gonna see the hate behind it. And that's your bad. That is your bad. You better catch up. I'm telling you. Look, you better roll up or you going to get rolled over. That's all that's going to happen. But I thank y'all for watching. I got to go. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out, because I'm going to be back later after I do what I'm doing, and we're going to keep this thing going as we do. Thank you. And I ain't going to, if I start answering all these questions, I ain't going to be able to leave as usual. But peace.